Greetings of peace and joy. I am Father Mario Sobrewanite. And today we are given this beautiful chance to listen once again to Him who truly loves us as we open this book of love, His love letter to all of humanity.
Jesus went across the Sea of Galilee. A large crowd followed him because they saw the signs he was performing on the sick. Jesus went up on the mountain, and there he sat down with his disciples. The Jewish feast of Passover was near. When Jesus raised his eyes and saw that a large crowd was coming to him, he said to Philip, "Where can we buy enough food for them to eat?" He said this to test him, because he himself knew what he was going to do. Philip answered him, 200 days' wages worth of food would not be enough for each of them to have a little. One of his disciples, Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter, said to him, "There is a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what good are these for so many?" Jesus said, "Have the people recline." Now there was a great deal of grass in that place. So the men reclined, about 5,000 in number. Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed them to those who were reclining, and also as much of the fish as they wanted. When they had had their fill, he said to his disciples, "Gather the fragments left over, so that nothing will be wasted." So they collected them and filled 12 wicker baskets with fragments from the 5 barley loaves that had been more than they could eat. When the people saw the sign he had done, they said, "This is truly the prophet, the one who is to come into the world." Since Jesus knew that they were going to come and carry him off to make him king, he withdrew again to the mountain alone.
The episode finds a parallel in the gospel narrative. A huge crowd must be fed, but only 5 barley loaves and a couple of dried fish are at hand. A similar objection is raised on the insufficiency of available resources. But Jesus is not perturbed. Philip voices his objection, shared by other disciples, because he does not yet know the Master. Jesus gives food to thousands of people, with leftovers besides. He does not teach them at length, because for the moment, their hunger is priority. This tells us that hunger is important and must be attended to first. It is said that one cannot preach the word to people with empty stomachs. Jesus teaches us to pray for our daily bread. And in describing the measures by which his followers will be judged, Jesus puts on top of the list, "I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was hungry, and you gave me no food."
You have just heard Him speaking to you, telling you His desires, His plans, His support, His one desire, that you be truly His children. I really hope you live up to the Word of God we have heard today. This is Father Mario Sobrewanite, all for the Gospel.